What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We just had the reworks go live for Ahsoka, Kenobi, and Anakin, and I did some preliminary testing with them before recording this video, tried them out in territory battles, and I have to say, for anybody who was worried about Ahsoka's damage not being that good, it actually is pretty good. I'll show you here a screenshot of her doing 40k twice with her special ability, and then she does another one where she does 25k 3 times on a stormtrooper. So yeah, her special is gonna hit pretty hard, but her assist with her basic attack will still do about 15k each time, so you don't have to really worry about her damage output not being that very good. She's gonna have plenty of damage she brings to the table here, so don't have to worry about that. So in today's video, I want to go over how I'm modding Anakin and Ahsoka especially, and then talk about filling out the Galactic Republic faction. A lot of people have been asking about this, a tutorial, a guide about who I think would work great in a Galactic Republic team, and you know, honestly, you do have to use a full Galactic Republic team, especially because of General Kenobi's Zeta on Ceresu. It's only activating if all allies on the team are Galactic Republic, otherwise he won't gain the taunt from the bonus protection up. So there are several characters within the Galactic Republic faction that can give protection up, so those are going to be the mainstay focuses of who you want to use with this team, but there are also several other characters here that can either really fill out the team, or some alternative leaderships that you can use if you don't have GK, or you want to try something else. So lots to go over in this video. But before we go into anything else, I do want to give a quick shout out to Hinsho from the Get Good Guild. He and one of his pals was at Star Wars Celebration, and you guys may remember I talked about this screenshot last night that talked about, you know, some stuff for Geonosis territory battles have been hinted by the devs at Star Wars Celebration. What he told me in our conversation last night and this morning was that he actually had quite a long conversation with the devs. The devs gave him some few more points and tips about what we could be possibly seeing here in the very near future. Now, he did ask that I not screenshot any of our conversation and share that, so obviously you won't see any of that conversation, but I can say that the information he gave me, there are some pretty good heavy implications of the future. So I do think that he gets some good information, and if anything is correct in the guesses here of what was told to him, I think we've got a pretty good schedule of content coming up here very soon. So when it comes to modding Ahsoka and Anakin, I have 2 different templates for you guys to follow, depending on whether or not you have the Zeta on Ahsoka. It really will change the way you're going to use her if you have that Zeta, because that Zeta gives her a lot of assists, so that means you can use her something in the playstyle of Visas Mar. Without her Zeta, you do need to go for pretty good speed on her, so go for speed on the arrow, crit damage on the triangle, offense on the cross. Now, for the circle, you can do health or protection. There's a lot of bonus protection flying around with this team, so health will help increase that amount gained from that, but going for bonus protection as well, you can't go wrong there. So really for her, you just need to go for a good mix of maybe some offense, but go for some decent speed secondaries. You can see nothing too crazy here. The highest I have on her is 15 speed on some mods, and 16 on that one. She's running 97 speed here. With the crit immunity, I think her speed is going to be somewhere in the 170 range, something like that. So add another 100 speed on top of that. That's pretty good for her. That'll make her pretty fast. So you don't have to go for a lot of offense, but really stacking up that speed. That'll allow her to move more often, get her special off, keep up that crit immunity, and that's going to be the mainstay of her damage. Now, if you do have her Zeta, and I highly recommend this Zeta if you're going to be trying this team, it completely changes how you run it. Like I said, it runs in much more of a Visas Mar playstyle, and you can see here we're running 33 speed on Ahsoka, not much, 709 offense with another 24% on top of that, and I don't even have these mods fully upgraded for her yet. So offense on the arrow, crit damage on the triangle, don't have that upgraded yet, and then offense on the cross. But you're noticing on all these mods, I have some pretty solid offensive secondaries on them, some bonus speed here or there, but look at that, 182 offense there, 130 bonus offense here, some speed. Don't really need the potency, but you know, it rolled pretty well with bonus offense, and then a 1.56% bonus offense as well. And that's the thing, go for some bonus crit chance too. Her base crit chance is going to be somewhere around 50%. She'll get another 20% with Daring Padawan, so then that will get her at 70%, and then you can use characters like R2-D2, things that will give you bonus crit chance. That will really help get her up to 100%. At that point, you can really guarantee she lands critical hits, unless you're fighting things like a Trey lead or someone with crit immunity on them. So that's pretty good for her. Definitely, you want to change it based on whether or not you have her Zeta. And for Anakin, this one's pretty much the same as Ahsoka without the Zeta. go for high speed, 101 speed on Anakin, go for speed on the arrow, crit damage. You can make an argument for crit chance on the triangle instead, because the crit chance with his AoE will give more protection up on your Galactic Republic allies. But I was finding in my testing that with this mod set, he was landing critical hits pretty much all the time anyway, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. Offense on the cross, and then really you're going for some bonus speed. And look at this one, 7.5% bonus crit chance here. This one I really like for him, some decent speed and some really high crit chance that really helps fill him out. Now you could go for potency on him as well. Potency isn't a bad decision because his basic can put healing and buff immunity out, but I think that he's much better as an offensive character, though you can easily make the case for stacking some potency on him too. So if you want to go for some kind of potency mods, or even put potency on the cross for him, there's nothing wrong with going for that. It's definitely something that you can use with Anakin, a way you can mix him up. So high speeds, crit chance, crit damage, or going for some bonus potency on him really works either way. Now, when it comes to leaderships for a Galactic Republic team, and remember, we have to use only Galactic Republic characters here, there are a few different leaderships you can use that I think would work out pretty well for these characters. The obvious one is General Kenobi. That's the one you're going to use most of the time anyways. His leadership gives a bonus health and defense to Jedi allies. The healing ability for the whole team will then call the mass assist, and he gets some clone synergy, which fingers crossed we're going to hopefully get some clone synergy here soon, or some clone reworks. And then another one you can use that some people were really asking me about last night was Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn is going to be an interesting one here. His leadership gives the bonus speed to allies. They gain offense equal to 3 times their speed, and they gain foresight for 2 turns at the start of each encounter and whenever any unit is defeated. This is another leadership you could definitely try here. That bonus speed and then the tripling of offense times their speed, you could talk a good 600 offense on both Ahsoka and Anakin with this leadership. That would work really well. Now, another one that you can use if you want to change it up, Anakin also has a pretty solid offensive leadership as well. Jedi and clone allies have plus 30% bonus offense and plus 20% crit damage. Whenever someone is evaded, they gain advantage for 2 turns. Another pretty good offensive leadership here. Now, in terms of defensive ones, I'm a Gun-Dai is another one you may think about trying, something he could be for a good defensive team. The bonus defense and the counter chance and the counter damage, that could work pretty well too. But really, I think the best leadership overall is going to be General Kenobi, and it's not even close. I mean, you get so much with his leadership already. The bonus defense and the max health, the healing, the mass assist. I mean, overall, his leadership is going to be the best one to go for. There are some alternative options for you guys out there to use, but I do think that General Kenobi is, as of right now, by far going to be the best leadership for a Jedi Trio and some kind of Galactic Republic team. Now, the big question you guys have been asking, what other characters can you use here? And honestly, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I could make a whole list of all the various characters you can use within the Galactic Republic faction. I mean, look how many there are. There's at least, what, 24 that we have right now? And I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some more here in the very near future. But in terms of characters that are an absolute shoo-in for a Galactic Republic team with this with the Jedi Trio, 3 that come to the mind like right away are Grandmaster Yoda, R2-D2, and C-3PO. Grandmaster Yoda, he actually gives protection up already. His Battle Meditation ability does give protection up to the team. He can do some pretty nice specials there, which are call assist with Ahsoka, and overall he's a very strong damage dealer, so he's another great damage dealer for your Jedi team. R2-D2 has 2 Zetas here that synergize really, really well. His number crunch one is the one I think is going to be the best one here for a Galactic Republic team because he gains plus 10% bonus offense for each Galactic Republic ally. I believe he counts himself with this, so that'd be 50% bonus offense on R2, and then he takes 10% of that max offense he gets after this is calculated, and then spreads it out to the entire team. And then C-3PO. C-3PO, It's crazy. Every time I look at his kit, there's something else I've completely forgot about. All enemies have plus 10% defense penetration. Each time a Galactic Republic or Ewok ally gains a different non-unique, non-protection buff, they gain 15% protection up for 2 turns, does not stack with itself, and then for each stack of translation, Galactic Republic allies have plus 10% defense penetration, so you could get 40% defense penetration on your Galactic Republic allies pretty quickly, and then his protocol droid with the translation, when he has 3 stacks on the ally, anytime C-3PO uses his basic, so if he's called to assist, like under GK, then he can decrease the cooldowns on the entire team that have 3 stacks of translation. So C-3PO, I think, is probably going to be one of the best characters to put in a Galactic Republic team. It allows him to not give protection up directly, but anytime someone else on the team gives out buffs, like Anakin's AoE can give out buffs, GK with his special can give out retribution, which would give out protection up. Qui-Gon Jinn, we go back to him, he's another one I think could work here really well. His Dispel can give offense up, which then means protection up to the team, and his special here can call allies to assist. The assisting ally deals 75% more damage, but then you can also call the Ahsoka in as well with this because of her Zeta. Barriss, I mean, what do I need to say about Barriss? Her Zeta on Swift Recovery with the healing with critical hits, that will work great. I mean, really, the possibilities here is really endless because there's so many Galactic Republic characters. Plo Koon, you can give bonus turn meter to your team. He can also give offense down to the opposing team, defense up to your team, which again gives protection up with C-3PO. He can dispel on his basic, and you have dispels with Ahsoka's basic as well. There's so many Galactic Republic characters here that have really good synergy already because they can give out buffs. They have different ways of just really benefiting this team. Fives is another one. I think Fives and Rex could make a good filler for this team. You know, Fives can call assists, which then will call Ahsoka to assist as well. And if you have a Zeta, he can gain the bonus turn meter, allowing him to use his abilities more often, and with that GK lead, this will allow him to taunt more often because, again, Fives does not have a taunt. But, yeah, I mean, literally take your pick. That's the best thing I can suggest out here. I do think that R2 and C-3PO would be your best 2 filler slots for Galactic Republic team. Yoda, you'll more than likely use him with Jedi Knight Revan. So I think R2 and 3PO could work pretty well here, though you can easily fill out other characters. Barriss would work here really well. Qui-Gon Jinn, I think, could be pretty good with the Dispel and the constant assist. Ayla with her healing and the counters and the crit chance and the stuns. She's another great character. There's so many options. So that is my suggestion for characters here, is I do have a list of characters I think are going to be best, but there are so many more characters out there. Now, one last thing I want to mention here is Ahsoka could be very deadly in a clone trooper team. Now, your clones, with Commander Cody lead, it gives a bonus crit chance to clone allies, and, you know, it's halved for other allies. 30% for clones, half that to other characters. Cody gains the bonus defense, and clone allies recover protection whenever they use a basic ability. But his 2/12 attack will call all clone allies and 1 random ally to assist. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put Cody, Fives, Echo, Sergeant, and Ahsoka in one team. This team here, I think, could be pretty good. Now, I mean, it's not going to be meta. It could be a very strong offensive team because the Zeta on Ahsoka, it will call her to assist whenever a Galactic Republic ally uses a special. And with the bonus crit chance and Commander Cody, his mass assist has a cooldown reduced by 1 every time someone scores a critical hit while using this ability. So with this, you are going to get 5 attacks right away between Cody, Fives, Echo, Sergeant, and Ahsoka. That's 5 base attacks. Now, if the target has speed down, Fives will attack again, Echo can assist, and Ahsoka is going to, with her Zeta, going to get another attack automatically. So with that Zeta, you'll actually get 6 attacks, and she has pretty high crit chance. You can mod these guys to give them plus 100% crit chance. So yeah, they'll be able to get that crit chance pretty easily, and Cody gains bonus turn meter on his basic. This is a team I really want to try. I want to see what I can do with it out there, and just have some fun with it, because hey, maybe clones are finally coming back around to being useful somewhere again. But I think Ahsoka with her Zeta under a clone team like this could be pretty cool. So that is pretty much going to be it for this video today, guys. Talking about the Galactic Republic faction, what characters you guys can use to help really fill out this Jedi Trio and really make the Republic faction really deadly, and something that could be considered as a powerful team for something like Grand Arena or Territory Wars. So yeah, lots of information today. Thank you guys so much for watching. But before we go, I do want to talk to you guys about remodding. You guys may know Pimpo, aka the Mod Father. This guy does a fantastic job on remodding. He will go into your account, take a look at it, and give you a quote based on how high your GP is. And then once you guys agree to it, he will go in and basically rearrange the mods based on something that you're aiming for, or going off his own recommendations. And I have to say, his own recommendations are pretty spot on. He does a very good job with this. I've had many people reach out to me saying that they went and checked him out after hearing me advertise for him, and they have come back with very glowing reviews. He does a fantastic job. I can't stress it enough. So if you guys are looking to get an edge up in something like Grand Arena or Territory Wars, help get the most out of your entire roster, definitely check out Pimpo. You can contact him on Discord, or you can email it. It's all here in the banner up on the screen. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, guys, I will talk to you guys later.